Hi everyone, this is Tejaswini and in this video we will discuss about pectin, how gel is formed and how pectin is important in our body as it relieves constipation, as it helps in lowering LDL and cholesterol level. I will also tell you the difference between cellulose and hemicellulose. So starts with the first difference between cellulose and hemicellulose, as these two are important components of the cell wall, and hemicellulose. Both are the main components of the cell wall. Both are the main components of both are main component of cell wall, and this cellulose is linear and long chain polysaccharide, while this hemicellulose is short chain branched polysaccharide. This one is linear and this one is the short branched, and this is long chain, this is short chain. As this cellulose is linear, it's crystalline in nature, and as it is branched, it is amorphous in nature. Therefore, it will absorb, it is not readily soluble. It is readily soluble in water or solvent. As it has amorphous regions, water will go easily in their regions, and here this is more, cellulose has more strength and it is strong. This one is not strong, not much strong, and this is made up of 7,000 to 15,000 sugar units. 7,000 to 15,000 sugar units are there in cellulose, while here only 300 to 500 sugar units are present in hemicellulose. 300 to 500 sugar units. One more important point is cellulose is made up of only beta D glucose, while this hemicellulose is made up of many sugars like xylose, arabinose, then galactose, mannose. I will write here. This is made up of beta D glucose, while this hemicellulose is made up of many sugars, like important one is xylose. It's the main sugar of xylose, but along with this sugar there are many sugars like arabinose is there, then mannose is there, and also galactose is there. This cellulose is only digestible by ruminants, while hemicellulose is digestible by both humans and ruminants. There is reason why humans cannot digest cellulose, as humans do not have the enzyme to break beta linkage in that cellulose. Therefore, it is digestible by only ruminants, and human have the enzyme to break the hemicellulose and they get energy, but they cannot metabolize cellulose. Also, the reason is they do not have the bacteria to digest cellulose in their gut, but animals have the bacteria in their gut so that they can digest cellulose. Here I will write humans lacks the enzyme to break to break beta linkage in cellulose. Also, cow and sheep lacks the enzyme to break this bond, to break beta linkage, but they have sac-like structure between small intestine and large intestine, while bacteria digest that cellulose, but they have sac-like structure between small intestine and large intestine and large intestine, where bacteria digest cellulose. And humans do not have gut microbiota to digest cellulose. Remember, even humans use cellulose as dietary fiber. As human cannot digest cellulose, they can use cellulose as dietary fiber. I will try to draw 3D structure of cell wall where cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin is present. Suppose this is middle lamella, which mostly contains pectin, and suppose these are cellulose material. This is cell wall, as cellulose is primary component of cell wall. And again, here is hemicellulose, as it always found along with cellulose. Hemicellulose, it always present with cellulose, and this is cellulose. There are some proteins present, and these are pectin, as pectin acts as a binder, and pectin is the main component. Of middle lamella, and this is pectin, as it acts as binder or cementing material. This pectin is a heteropolysaccharide. I will write here. This pectin is a heteropolysaccharide and used as thickener and gelling agent in bakery and confectionery. It is a heteropolysaccharide, used in jams, jellies, as gelling agent and thickener. as gelling agent and thickener. Source of this pectin is apple and citrus fruits. As I told you, this pectin is the main component of middle lamella, and galacturonic acid is the main component of this pectin, and this pectin is the main component of middle lamella. So I'll write here galacturonic acid is the main component of pectin. Light brown color, this pectin usually present in market. Light brown color pectin. Has light brown color pectin in powder form. This polysaccharide present in apple and citrus fruit. Present middle lamella, cell wall, middle lamella, cell wall. Actually, pectin is formed from protopectin, which is present in fruits before ripening process. This is protopectin, which is water insoluble. Remember this thing, water insoluble. This protopectin gets converted to pectin, which is water soluble. This is water insoluble and this is water soluble. During ripening, this protopectin converted into pectin, water soluble, by using enzyme protopectinase. During ripening process. And after over ripening, this pectin converts into pectic acid, which is also water insoluble like protopectin, which is water insoluble. And this pectic acid is formed from pectin in the presence of pectic methyl esterase enzyme. And this process occurs during over ripening. This is chain of reactions. This pectin is very important in human digestion, as in small intestine pectin binds with cholesterol and bile acids which contains mostly cholesterol, and reabsorption of bile is reduced. Here I will write. See. Also, pectin converts into gel in the presence of acid and water. See. It binds with cholesterol and bile acid. This bile acid which contains mostly cholesterol, and reabsorption of cholesterol is reduced. Reabsorption of cholesterol is reduced, as this pectin directly or indirectly interfere with the cholesterol metabolism. Also, pectin increases viscosity of digested food. Because when pectin comes into our intestine or intestinal tract, it gets converted into gel in the presence of acid and water. Viscosity. And therefore slow down absorption. Slow down absorption and digestion also. Therefore blood sugar absorption is also reduced. Therefore blood sugar absorption is also reduced. And in this way, pectin is very important in our body to maintain blood sugar, to maintain cholesterol level. Also it is helpful. Pectin is helpful in reducing LDL level. LDL is low density lipoprotein. Now in large intestine and colon, microorganisms present in large intestine degrades or digest that pectin and release short chain fatty acids. Short chain fatty acids have positive impact on our health as they regulate fat metabolism by increasing the fat burning and decreasing the fat storage. Here I will write small intestine. What happened? Pectin binds with cholesterol and bile. Therefore reabsorption of cholesterol is reduced. Now what happens in large intestine? In large intestine, microorganisms present in large intestine degrades or digest or ferment that pectin and release short chain fatty acids. This is the short form of short chain fatty acid. These short chain fatty acids have positive impact on our health as they regulate fat metabolism. Here I will write. Short chain fatty acids regulate fat metabolism by decreasing fat storage and increasing fat burning. And quantity of short chain fatty acid in blood will also reduced. Quantity of short chain fatty acid in blood will also reduce, so that it will protect against weight gain. So that it will protect against weight gain. This is all about importance of pectin in our human digestion. Pectin is used as a gelling agent, and pectin is a binder material in fruits and vegetables. But pectin requires sugar and acid for gelling purpose, and typical levels for pectin used as food additive are 0.5 to 1%, same as quantity of pectin present in fruit and fresh fruits. Remember this important note: pectin used as food additive in the range between 0.5 to 1%, same as quantity of pectin present in fresh fruits. Present in fresh fruits. And sugar enhances the gel strength of pectin, as here I will write, sugar enhances gel strength of pectin, as sugar attracts some of the water away from the pectin. There is a competition for water absorption between sugar and pectin. Here sugar absorbs or attracts some of the water away from the pectin. Therefore, there is no longer water present for microbial growth. Therefore, there is no longer water present for microbial growth. And acid and divalent cations like calcium cation helps to stabilize gel, and they makes gel more thicker. I will tell you the mechanism of how cation helps to stabilize gel. Okay, I will write here. First, I will tell you the role of acid and Ca2 plus cation. They both helps to stabilize gel and makes gel more thicker. Actually, there are two types of pectin, low methoxypectin and high methoxypectin, and pH required for these two pectin is a different. Suppose we put pectin in acidic condition, there is disturbance of gel setting. Pectin in acidic condition. Actually, there are different optimum pH conditions for different type of pectins. I will tell you first about high methoxypectin. High methoxypectin is because it contains near about 60 to 75% of degree of esterification. As it is above 50%, therefore it is high methoxypectin, and in low methoxypectin, degree of esterification is 20 to 40%. This high methoxypectin requires more sugar than low methoxypectin. Okay, I will tell you the difference between these two. Low methoxypectin and high methoxypectin. Suppose this is high methoxypectin and this is low methoxypectin. Degree of esterification DES is 60 to 75%, and here degree of esterification is 20 to 40%. It requires more sugar. It requires less sugar. Therefore, it is widely used in bakery and confectionery, as it requires less sugar for sweetness, for gelling purpose. Also, it is stable in acidic condition. Why I will tell you. Acidic condition, and it is not stable as low methoxypectin. It is not stable as much as low methoxypectin. See, suppose this is pectin chain, and due to the galactonic acid present in pectin chain, they have COO minus, that is carboxylic ions present on that pectin chain. These negative ions repels each other. See, and COO minus, COO minus. These negative ions repels each other and disturb setting of gel. And to stabilize these two chains, we can use divalent cation like Ca++. Therefore, this cation will stabilize this negative group. This cation will stabilize negative group. Actually, proper chemical structure is like this. See. Suppose this one is galactonic acid, and again this is carboxylic ion, anion, and here COO minus, COO minus and COO minus. Suppose we put calcium cation, divalent cation, then this cation will stabilize these two negative groups like this, and chain will automatically stabilize. Suppose these are chains and these are calcium cations, and gel becomes more thicker and more stabilized. So we will meet in next video. Keep studying. Thank you.